Alright, what's up guys, Ezrath here, and today it's gonna be a small tutorial, nothing amazing, but it's a little concept that might interest you guys. So, we're gonna take a little look at some examples, that kind of thing. I know Aslam did it too, and somewhat like, yeah, here. Okay, so it's that little going back to like smaller scale and then going back full or whatever, just going half scale at some point. So I got an example here where in After Effects you can do the same thing in Sony Vegas, but I just don't want to open it or else I might crash, and I'm just too lazy to make it crash and then restart it and then reopen it. So let's say you have scale that you keyframe, and then let's say you want to go to 50% here, maybe like 40, that's always your choice. So you see keyframes, it goes to 40%. And now it's a concept called overshooting. It's used a lot in intros with 2D text and animation. It looks kind of cool. It's like a bouncy thing, bouncy animation, but the thing is you have to go, it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but it's the basic concept. So let's say you got 40%, then you go one frame, and let's say you go back to 45. No, that's maybe a bit too much, but that's always going to be your choice. Then you go 2 frames, and let's say 37. That might be a bit too much in the end, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, and then let's go to 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's say 39, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back to 40. So when you watch it, it's gonna give it a little bouncy animation. Now it might be too slow, or depending on what you want to do, you want to maybe make it even more bouncy and have higher values. But you see, the idea is usually to go to the number you want, whatever it is. You can do that with a lot of things like effects and more, but you go to the value you want, then you can go lower. Well, no, usually you don't want to go lower, or you want to go to the contrary of what you had. So for example, we go from 100 to 40, then you want to go high, and you want to go a little bit lower, and then a little bit less high, and you know, it's like a little math game, I guess. So you see 40, so let's say that's like 0 plus 4 minus 3 plus 2 minus 1, 0. And of course I'm talking about like if we always look at the 40% of this, if we always start from 0. So and then you can also always easy ease those if you do animation, but I don't like easing ease if it's an edit, but that's only my opinion. So let's just like pre-render this. Run preview option, okay. See, so it doesn't fit the song at all, so I'm gonna stop it, but you can see already it's bouncy. Now you can do the same idea. You don't have to go at that many frames. You can go to less frames. You can have more spacing. But yeah, that's the basic idea. And you can do the same thing for going back to 100%. So let's say we're at 40. I'll just have to move it a little bit earlier to make sure we don't get a black screen. So let's say, okay, let's bring it back to 100. Then we can go 1 frame, and let's say 96, and go 2 frames, and then go to 103, 1, 2, let's say 1 frame, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then go to 98, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go back to 100. It's called overshooting or bouncy, whatever you want to call it. I like calling it overshooting. So it's kind of slow, so yeah, you might want to make it higher values and less keyframes, but that's how you make it smooth. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this small tutorial. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you have suggestions, of course, just ask me in the comments down below, like if you enjoyed this tutorial, and subscribe, watch my edit.